watching as the astronauts splash down overnight. And top diplomats from China, South Korea and Japan will convene in Tokyo to strengthen trilateral cooperation. South Korea's Foreign Minister Cho Tae-yul, Japan and China's Wang Yi plan to discuss people-to-economic collaboration and strategies to address declining birth rates. They aim to arrange it by the end of the year, issues including Japanese fishery imports. The meeting follows a 2023 summit in Seoul, trade and denuclearizing the peninsula. Amid North Korea's nuclear threats and military support for Russia, enhanced trilateral cooperation may enable tough Pyongyang. The talks come as South Korea on whether President Yoon Suk removed over his martial step. Back to America, and in recent developments from the Trump team have raided the US Institute of Peace to remove its president from office. The raid follows growing tensions between the institute's leadership and the Trump administration over policy disagreements and governance issues. Witnesses reported that security personnel accompanied Trump officials as they entered the institute's premises, escorting the president out of the building. Has not yet released an official statement on the reasons behind the sudden action. Critics are raising concern and implications of the raid, questioning whether proper procedures were followed. Supporters of the move argue that it reflects the administration's intent to reshape institutions deemed resistant to its policy. Sparked intense debate in political circles. While Trump's allies defied the decision, arguing that leadership changed to align the institutes. Stock markets are trading higher following the broadly positive overnight as traders continue to pick up stocks at reduced levels following the recent downturn. They also seemed reluctant to make more significant moves ahead of the US Fed's monetary that is to unravel March the 19th. Stocks bounced up, receiving a optimism over the Chinese economy. China has pledged more real estate, accelerated, pointing to Japan and South Korea. Alicia Garcia Herrero, NATIC chief economist, also said that this stock market rally is. We head to our back. M23 rebels have announced they will not attend peace talks with the Democratic Republic of Congo, citing recent EU sanctions against their leadership. The Congo delegation has already travelled to Angola, affirming their commitment to the mediation process led by President João Lourenço. The Angolan presidency says both sides are still in debate, claiming that to remain. Monday, the European Union imposed sanctions on 3 Rwandan military commanders and the head of its for backing armed DRC, including senior M23 Bertrand Bisimwa. Since January, M12 of key cities with the DRC, claiming that over 7,000 in the conflict. A UN report allegedly controls the rebels, but Rwanda denies providing military support. 59 Chinese aircraft around the self-ruled ministry says this is the highest tally since a record in October. Days after fetching foreign hostile force Taiwan as part of its territory and has threatened to use force to bring the island under its control. Beijing has increased military activity around Taiwan in recent years and naval vessels to press its sovereignty claim. Taipei rejects this and accuses China of using espionage cyber to weaken it. Along with Taiwan's 9 Chinese warships and 2 balloons were also detected. Of the took part in joint combat patrols. China's forces are a external forces supporting Taiwan's independence, so issued a stern separatist forces in Taiwan. Criticized the US for changing Taiwan's status on a State Department fact sheet. The US does not diplomatically recognize Taiwan, but remains its main security backer. It moved a line stating, "We do not support." Beijing calls this a deliberate move to use Taiwan to control Taiwan's mainland affairs, military expansion, stability in the Taiwan Strait. At least 12 people have died when a small plane skidded into the sea while taking the island of Roatan, according to local firefighters. A rescued Maid Fire Department told Scream Honduran airline Lancer crashed from Roatan Island, a popular. According to Transport Minister Rene Pineda, the wreckage was located 0.6 miles off the island. The plane was carrying 14 passengers and 3 crew members and was en route to Lekeba Airport on the Honduran mainland. Among the passengers were a US national, a French national, as per local reports. The cause of the crash remains. The airline has not yet issued a statement, expected to focus on potential mechanical failure, weather conditions, contributing factors. 72 miners were killed in a violent attack outside a brewery in Salamanca, Mexico on Sunday. People were wounded when gunmen opened fire from a moving targeting a group. Residents expressed grief for government action to curb violence. Reports the Vic criminal group launched an investigation but no arrest. Macri must reduce its dependence on states as reliable European allies instead. His remarks for the official trip abroad, Prime Minister Keir Starmer and French President Emmanuel Macron tipping the US. His visit follows President Donald Trump, who suggested Canada and the United States economy. Speaking at a press conference, stressed the need for Canada trade and security. He said reliance on the United States and also warned trade statements that challenge Canada's sovereignty. Serious trade and security related to the two nations to say about reliable allies and Trump.
Plus important que jamais renforcer nos devons relations pour répondre chaque fois pour assurer la sécurité.
I think the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Look, I don't to really comment about another country. Look, we for ourselves stand up for it. We've called out those comments. They're disrespectful, and they need to stop before we sit down about our relations sont trop concentrées aux États-Unis et que nos sécurités. Il faut.
Prime Minister's trip to Europe, Mark Carney, who is Canada's head of internationally. The King is handling diplomacy. He has expressed support for Canada in his role as President Trump for a historic second. That is all we have time for, but more of the latest very soon.